Last question I have for you, brother.
Okay.
What laws would you like to see implemented in America?
That's a tough ass question, dude. Like, wow. Um,
It's the United States of Sane Afrikan now.
that black people have their own courts. Let's give our own racial courts. And, I see you looking at me like that.
I'm like, elaborate.
Yeah, some of these niggas need to be strung up. String that nigga up. Like that nigga on the coming off the damn bench, string that nigga up in front of the community. You touching babies, string that nigga up. You raping women, string that nigga up. You beating women, string that nigga up. Like all that. You gangbanger, you shooting black people, string that nigga up.
Okay.
You did. We don't want them niggas to go to jail. We want to deal with them. We don't want the white man to deal with them. So let us hold our own criminals accountable.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I want to see, because that'll influence better behavior from black people when they see we gonna deal with your ass. You out here committing crimes against your people. We gonna deal with your ass, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm just man, that's powerful, man. Because I deal with something like my mother losing my mom at a young age, strung out on heroin. I'm always blame the drug dealer, and I know that drug dealer was black. You know what I mean? And he probably got it from a black man. We probably got it from somewhere overseas.
Right.
But I felt like that the drug dealer should be held accountable for my mom's addiction, for the supplier to keep supplying the addiction.
Yeah.
Say that she was responsible for her own choices, which was a bad choice. So I agree with you to a certain point on that level. You went a little extreme for me.
I'll take that.
But I respect it though, because I understand the vision.
Yeah.
But that's just one aspect. Would there be any other kind of laws implemented? So we know we need to deal with our own people, make them accountable, have our own courts. What else would you like to see a law passed that will happen within the next hour? Anything else, or that's just the main thing for you?
I mean, cause you know, I try to think objectively, but it's like, even that, like, thank you for the compliment. Like, when people say extreme and all that, I take it as a compliment because it's like, I'm gonna take it there. You know, because a lot of people say that's negative. I'm like, nah, that's just, I see the mission.
Right.
So, like I said, I accept things for how they are. Like, I accept this reality we're living in as black people. We was enslaved. So I know, like, certain things, you know, in a white society is just right. Like, for us to be living foul out here in the white-dominated country, that's proper. So I wouldn't try to argue with a European or a non-black person saying this needs to change, when really, like I said, we can just go home. So, you know, of us having a choice. So it was a lot of things I would like to see different in America. However,
Is it gonna happen?
right. So
that's my utopia for you. You know what I mean? Just something to think about. Just see where your mind was at.
no, definitely I would. I don't even know. Like, I don't give a damn, but wish we get free college or something. Like things like that, systemic things, you know, to solve socioeconomic problems, just social problems, you know, that we deal with. Like I wish that, not a wish, like it's just a simple thing because I work in so just of us have integration has fucked us up. Just if we had our own language.
Okay, got
You dig? If it was a
communicate with each other without other people really knowing what's happening.
right.
Have some kind of sense of not self, but a sense of understanding amongst each other that nobody else could. I'm gonna say break, but our own language. I got
Yeah, and with that, because it'll
Everybody knows
lead
what we're doing. I'm sorry, but everybody
Go
knows
ahead.
what we're doing and when we say it. You know what I mean?
that too.
Because it's like, I don't know so and so in my business, but because I don't know what the Asian man saying to the Asian man when they speaking Chinese together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or Korean together, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Or the Latino or the Spanish to whatever.
And in California, we real familiar with that. They'll switch Spanish fast and be talking shit about us, and we be oblivious.
Right.
Even to it be a setup. So even on that side, and the main thing looking at it is like, because we know if we had a language, we can work in certain places and provide value. We have value with that language. So when our people come in there, they can specifically deal with us.
Right.
And then on top of that, it creates jobs inside these government systems, these government places where we already know we're marginalized population. So when that marginalized groups come in to see services in any form, whether it be at the Section 8, the Social Security, housing, I'll be right there, or you'll be right there, and they comfortable. The same as what they doing with the immigrants now. Because I tell you now, I'm in San Francisco, I've got passed over for, however, if you speak certain languages, you get bumped up, like, because you know certain positions is just for, you speak Tagalog for like Filipinos. It's a big Filipino population coming in, so you need somebody there.
Right.
Spanish, you need somebody there. Even Cantonese and Mandarin now, it's a lot of Asian. You're going to get the job because but with us, with integration, we only speak English, and we don't have a language they took from us. So basically, we're in the general line, the American white line. So whoever's sitting in there, that's who you get. And it most likely won't be a black person. It might be a European who hates you. And you right there, you deny services. But when they go in, because you speak Cantonese, a Mandarin's going to go to that person for comfort. A Mexican's going to go to the Spanish person. And you think they're going to shit on their own people? No. So that's why I kind of go so hard, because I work in this system and I see this daily. And I'm like, I have to just come in under the general scope and try to help my people with everybody. There's no, and just going with that of black people scared to just say, well, this is for black people only. There's nothing really set up for us to do that, especially in government positions, because we don't have a language. So we're just get in the general line and let the chips fall.
It's powerful, brother. I guess we're going to end there. Got about 10, 15 seconds left.
Okay.
Once again, shout out Sane Afrikan, a website, so they know.
SaneAfrikan.com. Check us out. Sane Afrikan on YouTube. Sane Afrikan on Instagram. Sane Afrikan everything. All social media platforms as well. You can check out our clothing on Instagram. Cobenwear17. Divine Originals. Yeah.
Appreciate you once again, brother. Great talking with you, man. So much knowledge, man, and we could speak about this for hours and hours, man.
Yeah.
Pleasure, brother.
Love you too.
Keep pushing, brother.
I appreciate that, and thank you. And check out TV Savalas, True Tank Soldiers. We bout it, ride it. You know what time it is.